This is Travis, and welcome to Drunk Talk. Stay sober, my friends.
What's going on, brothers and sisters? Travis coming back at you with another round of Drunk Talk. The longer we drink, the more suppressed our emotions and feelings become. So we use alcohol or drugs to cope with life in general. If we're happy, we drink. If we're sad, we drink. If it's a Sunday, we drink. It just happens to be ingrained into our life. On pretty much any emotion we have, we use it as an excuse to drink. So our emotions are kind of out of whack, so to speak, due to the fact that we've been drinking for so long. Now, when we initially quit drinking, we have this almost sense of euphoria where it's like the clouds open up and there's new possibilities, and everybody's cheering you on. Oh, I'm so excited you quit drinking. Everything is just, there's a weight lifted off of your shoulder. You've went on this new adventure in life, and you're on kind of a cloud nine. And I kind of call this it's almost like a bipolar stage, where when you initially quit, you go on this sense of euphoria where you're unstoppable, you're the king of the world, I've quit drinking, everything's great. So you're up, and then it just becomes, okay, I've quit. Maybe 2 months, a month, a year, whatever. Everybody's just kind of like, oh, you quit drinking, great. So now you've plateaued. And you don't necessarily have the alcohol to lean on anymore because now that you're sober. And then there's kind of a tipping point where you start going down, like almost a sense of feeling sorry for yourself, or there's a million emotions or feelings that you can go through, but the point is you don't have the alcohol to lean on it anymore. So you don't have that coping mechanism. So you kind of have to figure out how to deal with these things. And that's where a lot of people tend to fall off, because they don't have that sense of the euphoria is left off, and then they get into this state of depression almost. So it's like a bipolar. It's like you got this super high, and then you get this super low, and then you fall off and you go back to the old ways of life. And we have to have a sense of persistence or strength at that particular point. We have to understand that there's going to be bad times in our life. That's just how it is. There's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times, but alcohol is not an option anymore. We quit drinking because it had affected our life in a negative way. And if you're feeling a negative emotion, or you're feeling bad, or you're feeling depressed, alcohol is just going to make the situation worse. And it's almost like a drug at that point, where it's like, okay, I'm going to go back to drinking, and then I'm going to quit again and feel good again, get that high, that hit of dopamine, if you will. And then when things get bad, I'm going to drink. We have to find that even plane. And that's really where persistence is going to beat the resistance. So you have to be in there for the long haul. If you're not in it for the long haul, you're never going to succeed in a life of sobriety. And you have to really lean on the fact that you're a very strong person for quitting. And every day that you don't drink is a win, even if it's a bad day. If you're having a bad day emotionally, or whatever it is, as long as you don't drink that day, that's a step forward. It might be a small step, it might be a stumble step, but as long as it's a step forward nonetheless. And every time you take a step forward, you're always moving towards your goals and your dreams and the life that you want. But you're not going to take these giant leaps and bounds that you think you're going to take. It's all about just staying sober and being persistent on your goal of sobriety. And sobriety is a lifetime journey, and everybody's going to have, stumbles and trips and falls, but stumble forward by staying sober. That's the most important part. Because even if you're having a bad day, as long as you can stay sober and take that little step forward, like I said, a day of sobriety is a step forward every time. And those steps are always going to add up. So just rely on your strength, be persistent, and keep taking those steps forward. Until next time, much love and peace out.